Hello, everyone. Welcome, guys. Welcome. I hope you guys can say if you had a great day today. We had a lot of selling, so hopefully you guys was able to manage your trades properly. A lot of selling came into the market, came out of nowhere. All right, so I know we saw a lot of selling come in after market last night, and that continued towards pre-market this morning and finished pretty low for the day. All right, so we're gonna go over um, the market. We're gonna make sure things are still intact. Um, one day of selling is not a major concern. Hopefully, we get a bounce. Tomorrow we'll see that. Okay, so hopefully we get a bounce. So we did have some selling in equities. All right, so on the S&P, so we brought in our smaller time frames. So the 60-minute and the 240, we brought those back. So the S&P on the 60-minute, guys, we have a sell signal. Okay, so sell signal on the 60-minute time frame. NASDAQ, all right, NASDAQ, we have a sell signal on the 60-minute. All right, IWM, we have a sell signal on the 60-minute at also. VIX, make a note, VIX is at 20. All right, so VIX is at 20. Uh, Make a note of that. That could be a big deal. We need that to jump back down. All right, we jumped up from 15 and change to 20. That is not good. Okay, so all sell signals on the 60-minute time frame. All right, sell signals on the 240. So we have the S&P with the sell signal on the 240. NASDAQ with a sell signal on the 240. Dow with a sell signal on the 240. And the IWM Russell is holding right now. Again, VIX is at 20. Okay, so on the 240 sell signal, S&P, sell signal, NASDAQ, and red candles are coming in. Sell signals on the Dow. Okay, so we need buyers to come in. My focus is off this evening here. Let's see here. All right, all right. I've changed this mic around, so okay. All right, so that is a concern, guys. Right, these sell signals are coming in, red candles are coming in, VIX is at 20. That is a concern. Okay, it's on the 240. On the daily, we have a red candle, so we'll count that as a sell signal on the S&P. Nasdaq has a red candle. Okay, on the daily time frame now. Dow has a white candle, so that's still holding. IWM is still holding on the daily time frame, but we do have a red candle. You guys know we count this red candle as a sell signal on the S&P. NASDAQ red candle as well. The Dow was down 870 points down. When you have that a big down day like that, guys, expect things to change. We don't have a rotation, right? Meaning, it hasn't flipped yet. Market hasn't flipped. We can get red candles and sell signals, and then that could change. So we'll pay close attention to that. NASDAQ was down pretty big. Those Max 7 stocks were in trouble already. So we'll take a look at those. They might be in trouble, guys, for real. NASDAQ was down 561. All right, S&P 143, IWM. So the only index that's really survived the selling today was the IWM small caps, which is what we've been really where the institutions have been, which is, that's what we've been, those basic material stocks, that's really what helped that market. Okay, gold and silver I think gold and silver was up today. All right, in the futures market, we do have some buying in the futures market, so that's good. We need that to continue. All right, so it's holding right now, not by a lot. So the US 30, Dow E-mini up 49. NASDAQ is up about 3. That's not a lot. Russell is up 3. S&P is up 6. The dollar is down. All right, so be careful with the dollar long. Okay, we were hoping for a breakout here, resistance here, but the dollar is down currently. Let's see if the sectors held up. So tech sector, look at tech, the XLK. We never got a buy signal, guys. We got a big red candle here, and we could break through support here. Not good for tech. Tech is in trouble here. Okay, so not good for tech. Big support area here. If we break through that support here, we'll be in the markdown phase, right? This is distribution, right? Breakthrough here, markdown phase. Our sell signal came in here. Buy signal was here, okay? And so we've been out of tech anyway. Healthcare might start to struggle a bit. So our stock boss traders, be careful trading healthcare stocks. And we'll see what stock boss is doing. Heat seeker, I'm sure. We'll see. Healthcare, guys, we hitting a big resistance here. All right, going back over a year. So October of 2024 was here, and then here we are, big resistance here. White candles are coming in here. Okay, so we could see sellers come in. That's healthcare. Too soon to say this market is done, right? That bullish run is done. It's too early to say, but we are watching it really, really closely, right? We are watching this selling closely here. Biotech, buy signal here, right? Retrace a bit of a pullback here. White candles here. We do have a buy signal here. We need to get higher again. Purple support and resistance. So we know that that sector there is overbought. Not a major concern. Keep an eye on it. Financials, we got a sell signal. Red candles are coming in here. So sellers are definitely in financials, right? So be careful there. We have a trend line here. Let's see if it holds that trend line. Consumer discretionary, red candles. So sellers are coming in. So you guys can see here, sellers are starting to come in. Basic materials, gold, silver, metals, that's holding firm for now. Communications, ComServe, red candle here, sell signal. So these sectors are coming down. Energy, all right, energy is holding above its resistance there. Utilities, nothing there. And emerging markets still holding here. Okay. Forex has been mixed. Keep an eye on the yen pairs, guys. We saw a quick move in the euro pairs. Where euro pairs that did not last long. Aussie pairs, they're kind of mixed, but keep an eye on the yen pairs. This week we got new buy signals on the yen pairs. Okay. The good news about this type of selling is we could see where traders leave equities and move into Forex. Okay. All right. So if that happens, we'll catch that price action. All right. So we're starting to see some volatility. Remember last week, guys, we were very, very flat. All right. To almost no volatility in on the 240. So that's improved, right? So we've got more volatility on the 240-minute time frame. We've got about 60% volatility there. Okay. Daily time frame holding as well. 60-minute holding as well. So that's good. Volatility is coming back in. Keep an eye, like I said, on the yen pairs. These are the yen pairs here. So buyers are coming in the yen pairs on the 60, 240, and we know we're solid on the daily time frame. So we know a daily time frame, right? In the yen pairs are solid, right? We have good amount of buy-in, right? We just needed the 240 and the 60 to come along, and that's happening. You still might find some opportunities in the Aussie pairs and the Kiwi pairs. Kiwi pairs have been given some opportunities, okay? I think which one was Kiwi, New Zealand dollar, so New Zealand dollar. On the 60-minute time frame, good trade going here on the 60. Here's the 240. You just have to be careful, be selective. All right, New Zealand CAD closed a nice trade here on the 60-minute time frame. Here's the 240, and buyers are coming in on the daily here, okay? Ideally, what we would like to see to get a real rotation, guys, we haven't had a rotation in so long, okay, in Forex. All right, a solid rotation. But what we would like to see is buyers come in here. So Aussie, Kiwi, and yen pairs, we would like to see more buying. And then selling, we would like to see more selling come in the dollar, euro pairs, and then we'll have a real rotation, okay? But don't expect that. Be just trade what's in front of you, okay? Not the whole market. Top pairs, USD CNH in Forex, big short here on the daily. That's dollar CNH, Euro SEK short. All right, USD MXN, Mexican peso short. ZAR yen is long, so ZAR yen here. Pound yen is still holding at this number 6 spot. I think it was at number 5. It's number 6, but it's holding. All right. So still focus on the yen pairs. Aussie yen. I know they closed last week, but looks like they want to make another move. SGD JPY yen. Singapore dollar yen, that's moving up nicely there. New Zealand yen, keep an eye on New Zealand yen. Okay, so as far as Forex, that's still the big trade are the yen pairs. Okay. As far as alerts for Forex on the 240, again, you can find some opportunities in the Aussie pairs. You guys can see here, right? Upward movement here, buy signals here. Yen pairs, buyers are coming in on the yen pairs. All right, here, Swiss yen. All right, New Zealand yen has a buy signal on the 240. Okay. Let's see here. Dollar pairs are mixed, nothing there. Again, euro pairs, there was a move earlier because of that selling in the euro pairs, but be careful with those. So yen pairs, Aussie, and then the Kiwi pairs here. VIX bumped up, guys. Again, this is not good for the VIX. It's at 20. You guys know 20 is the line, right? If we get above 20, a number of 20 and higher is volatility, all right? That signals high volatility for equities. In Forex, we want volatility, okay? In Forex, but in equities, we do not want volatility, okay? All right. We'll watch it. We'll watch it. Lots of selling in the Mag 7s, okay? Lots of selling. Tesla, and we've had sell signals in these Mag 7s for a while now, so no concern with our traders. We should be out, okay? We should be out. Tesla on the daily time frame, all right? Our sell signal came in right around 447 right here. After a buy signal here, we're breaking support here with a red candle trading at 419. Okay. Next support level I would say, around 375, 377. And we'll see. Okay, we'll see how things go. But look here, look at that previous sell in here. Let's remove this. All right, so support, resistance, support. Follow the price action. Support, all the way went to resistance, came all the way back to support. Went all the way back up to resistance, right? Some selling here. Here is strong resistance up here. We've got selling here. So we'll see if price, how far price will come back down. I'm not saying we'll come all the way back down to support here, but this is where we've got big support. And then we've got some support here. So Tesla is in trouble right now, okay? And we can see that with the price action. NVIDIA, all right, NVIDIA, guys, sell signal here. If we break support here, we'll get into the markdown phase. Okay, markdown phase. Sell signal came in right here. Here we are. We should be out of NVIDIA. And with the NASDAQ, I'm giving these sell signals. Need to be careful. Microsoft, we've had a sell signal in Microsoft for a long time. Previous buy signal was here around 428. Sell signal was at 505. The last sell signal we got, buy signal, was at 530 right here. Sell signal was right here to get out at right around 509. And look at that selling. We're in the markdown phase. Broke support here. That's redistribution. It's at 454. Okay, so Microsoft is in trouble. These are the Mag 7s. They're not doing well. Now, this is why we are seeing a rotation to small cap stocks. And we've talked about small cap stocks, right? Leading by metals, basic materials, gold, and silver. The thing with small cap stocks in the past, right? They're not enough to hold this market up. So we do need these large cap stocks, mega cap stocks, these Mag 7 stocks. So eventually, small cap stocks will follow these large cap stocks. Okay. So this is Microsoft markup phase, right? Distribution markdown phase. So we want to be out. Let that selling come in. All right. So right here, we coming down here. Let that selling come in, and then we'll buy back later at a cheaper price. That's the goal. Let it go through its selling phase right there. Okay. That's Microsoft. Next one, Meta here. Okay, let's take a look. Same thing here with Meta. They're selling off. Okay, guys. And no real surprise. I mean, that's selling. I guess that's somewhat of a surprise because we've been bullish here. But these Mag 7s, they gave sell signals a long time ago. All right, so Meta, Facebook, our last buy signal was at 771. Sell signal came in right at 734. We should be out. It's in the markdown phase. You guys see here, lower highs, lower lows, trading at 604. And as these prices move lower, we'll start looking for support levels, okay? So for Meta, Facebook, support is at, let's see, 490. We'll call it 500 all the way down here, okay? You might find some near-term support here. Wouldn't count on that, probably down here, okay? It's on the daily time frame. Guys, it came from all the way up here. All right, so $790, $800. All right, if it comes down here, that's a pretty good haircut there. Okay, this is why we do this. And these are Max 7s. These are the darlings, right, of Wall Street. So it doesn't matter. When they sell, they sell. Google is the only one that's still holding its buy signal. All right, so bought here, sold here, bought here, sold here, struggling to hold, but doing a fine job right now. Purple support and resistance, so we know that it's overbought, but we'll wait for sell signals. Okay. All right, it is overbought. All right, but it's the only one that's holding firm. Amazon here. All right, sell signal here. We've got to get through. So big resistance here. It's trying. Right, failed. Red candle. All right, so we should be out. So all these big players are hurting. Apple. I'll be careful shorting this, guys. Just better to just get into a different market. All right. Apple right here, sell signal, perfect buy signal here, which was at 218. Sell signal came in on a breakup support here at 266 here. Bought here, sold here. All right. Distribution, now we're in the marked down phase. Red candles, we should be out. Support levels. So we'll really spend some time looking at support levels. Bitcoin will rotate out with the market as well. So we're seeing selling in Bitcoin. We'll take a look at Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. Support, we have some near-term support here. Let's see here. So probably in here, let's remove this. Too confusing here. Okay, we're going to bring it down here. Okay, so support, near-term support here. Looks like we could get through here. Okay, looks like we could get through here. All right, so the high was 287. So we have decent amounts of support down here at 200. Okay, markup phase, markdown. This is why we do this. So there are no surprises. Okay, so mark up and now mark down. We're in the mark down phase. Red candles, those are your sellers here. Okay, so we went from buying to now selling. Bought here, sold here. That's Apple. So we need buyers. You know, this market has been so strong. So I wouldn't be surprised if they come in strong tomorrow and buy. We'll see. All right, big picture Dow on the daily time frame, guys. We have a white candle here on the Dow on the daily. Dow on the weekly, holding firm. All right, so you can have confidence in the weekly time frame. Dow on the monthly time frame, holding firm as well. S&P, all right, this is a concern. S&P on the daily, we have a sell signal red candle here, failing to stay above resistance. All right, we don't want this to happen here. We don't mind if we have a red candle and then buyers come back in and follow through, right? Even this is fine here. What we don't want is this, okay? S&P on the weekly holding firm. Purple support and resistance, so we have overbought there. S&P on the monthly looks good here, okay? All right, NASDAQ. Okay, NASDAQ is in trouble, guys, okay? So buy signal here, We were looking to break through that resistance. This was tough resistance here. All right, failed the gap down today with a red candle here. Okay, so those NASDAQ stocks, all those Mag 7 stocks, guys, right, they're feeling that pain here. All right, all that selling we've had already. Imagine if the NASDAQ comes all the way down here. Okay, I'm not saying it will. What we would like to see is a bounce, red candle here, bounce back, buyers come back in is what we hope to have happen. We don't want this. Okay, just know that we are overbought. Purpose, support, and resistance. We keep seeing purpose, support, and resistance all over the place. Remember here, right? Yellow support and resistance, purpose, support, and resistance. Look at that selling that came in here after we got purpose, support, and resistance in that distribution phase. All right, so distribution, right, if it breaks to that support, purpose, support, and resistance, so trim positions, manage your trades in your systems. NASDAQ on the weekly time frame, and it's not me saying this, we can tell by the price action. Okay, monthly on the NAS looks good. Russell, right, it's the only sector that's holding. Small cap stocks are holding, right, primarily because of gold, silver, Mag 7s. Okay, so IWM Russell on the daily is holding firm. Did gap down today, but still holding its buy signal. Weekly looks good. Monthly looks good, really good as well. Okay, but if sellers really come in heavy, we could see that even the small cap stocks will change. All right, this is timely. We added this last week, the Qs. All right, on the weekly time frame, when we see sellers, guys, sell, when we get sell signals on the weekly time frame, that's a big deal. Okay, so on the weekly time frame on these indexes, when we get red candles or sell signals like this, that's wouldn't call it a crash, but definitely a correction. Okay, so moving forward, and we added this last week on the Qs and the S&P, and another reason to add these, you could actually trade on these, right? These are like the ETFs for the a lot of traders will do options on these. Okay, all right, but this is kind of big picture, and we'll keep an eye on sell signals on the weekly, on the Q, so that's the NASDAQ, the QQQ, and on the SPY, the S&P, okay, all right, and on the diamonds, the Dow, okay. If you guys look here, so our buy signals on the weekly for the Qs, bought here, sold here, and I went through that on Sunday. This was about a year and a half worth of buying. All right, so 2020, mid-2020 to about 2022. All right, same thing here, about a year and a half of buying. We're a little over a year of buying. So we are due for a correction, okay? All right, we don't know how deep that correction will be, but we are due for a correction. This is why we need to have this, so that we get a red candle sell signals on the weekly in the Qs. We'll be ready, no surprise. On the spiders, S&P, right, same thing here. Bought here, sold here, sellers came in, bought here, sold here, sellers came in, and look at the length of the buying. You could visually see that we are getting close. Purpose, support, and resistance, we are overbought. So we are close. Diamonds, the Dow, same thing here. Bought here, sold here, sellers came in. Bought here, sold here, sellers came in. Right, bought here. All right, so we're getting close. Bitcoin, on the daily time frame, we had a buy signal here. Right, boy, was it looking good here. Right, previous buy signal was here. Let's remove this. All right, so previous buy signal was here. Here is your markdown phase, broke resistance. All right, buy signal came in here, was moved up fairly nicely here. All right, markdown phase, found support right here. All right, notice what's happening, right? This is not by accident. Traders are following this process. Buy signal here, it's failing here. All right, so we had a white candle here, red candle, out. Should be out of Bitcoin on any time frame. Okay, on any time frame. So it's going to test support here. Let's see if it does. Test near-term support here. We have further support here. We have red candles. Sellers are coming in. So we do have a sell signal. All right. So 85,000 is a decent support for Bitcoin. And then 80,000 right here. If we get past here, this is a big support here for Bitcoin. If we get past here, next support is 70,000. We have decent amount of support. Remember, when the price moves lower, we want to look at the levels below, support levels below. When it moves higher, we need to look for resistance above, okay? After 70,000, next support area is about 60,000, okay? All right, nowhere close to that yet. We'll watch it though, okay? So 2 days of selling in Bitcoin. Bitcoin on the weekly, right? This is not good. Remember those weekly time frames. This is where we see big market rotations. Not on the daily, right? On the monthly, it's too late. It's on the weekly time frame, okay? And you guys can see here, Bitcoin on the weekly, right? Red candles here. It's in the markdown phase, right? We were hoping to see buyers come back in, but sellers are back in. Trading at 88,000, big red candle here for the week, right? Here is your, all right, here is your markup phase here. Here's your trend, right? Remember what I said about that weekly time frame, big red candle, sell signal. That was it for Bitcoin. All right, that was it here. Okay. Monthly, right here. Gold. Let's take a look at gold and silver. So this is Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday will be very important for the market. Okay, very, very important. Gold, I'm doing really well. All right, keeps moving higher. Okay, might be the only market left. It is the only market really left to trade. Okay, basic materials, gold, silver, small cap stocks. Okay, this is what's helping the IWM, the Russell. So buy signal here, holding firm, guys. Look at this. Really good price action. All right, this was the end of the day today. Big candle came in. So all that selling in equities, look what gold is doing. All right, continuing to move higher after market, trading at 47.86. So if you trading gold stocks or even the metals, right, would have done really well. All right, so gold is holding firm on the daily. Gold is holding firm on the monthly here. And silver, holding firm as well. Gapped up, trading at 85. 85. Is that right? I thought silver was higher. Hold on. Yeah, that's, I don't know what's going on with that data. Silver, that's what I thought. Silver is at 95, guys. Hold on. Why is it showing 85? Monthly 85. Yeah, that's wrong. It should silver is 95. I have no idea why it's showing. That data is incorrect. Gold is fine. Gold, let's see here. Gold, 47.92. So 47, well, 40, that's close, 47.87. But silver, yeah, I noticed. So silver, guys, I'll check on the data with TradeStation on that. But that data, so silver is at 95. Okay, so silver is at 95, not 85, not 85. I thought that looked wrong. Yeah, that's 80. Very strange. Let's see here. Hold on. Yeah, high of 86. No, no. Okay, let's move on. I'll look into that. Crude oil, just holding here. Bonds came down. Okay, so that's not good for rates. Okay, all right. Let's take a quick look at our systems. We're doing good on time. All right, so Monster Scalper on the 240 Aussie dollar has a buy signal. We have good amount of buying, guys, on the daily time frame. On the weekly as well. Buy signal here. This is reaccumulation in Aussie dollar. So this is the inverse of the dollar pairs. So as the dollar comes down, those inverse should do well. So Aussie dollar buy signal here, holding for now. Aussie New Zealand, nothing there. Previous trade did well though. Aussie Swiss, that closed. Aussie CAD is still holding. New Zealand Kiwi, dollar, holding firm. And Kiwi CAD. Yen pairs on the 240. SGD JPY, keep an eye on it, guys, for a buy signal. That buy signal will come in on a break of resistance. Previous trade did well. Bought here, sold here. Good amount of buyers on the daily. Buyers are on the weekly. Just wait for a new buy signal, okay? So these yen pairs are not done yet, okay? New Zealand yen, all right, nice break. Resistance here, reaccumulation trade, right? We are breaking through good trends on the good markup phase on the daily, breaking out on the weekly. So stay with these yen pairs, guys, okay? Stay with these yen pairs. For Forex, that's your trade. That's your best trade overall, okay? Pound yen, we're waiting for a buy signal in pound yen. I know it's been choppy recently. All right, choppy in here, but it's been doing well. All right, 3 really good trades here. Choppy in here. Reaccumulation, and it keeps moving higher. So try to stay with it. All right, on the daily time frame, look at the daily pound yen, guys. Look at that. Look at the daily time frame here, right? All right, and weekly as well. All right, look at the weekly time frame there, okay? And I think it's ranked number 6. All right, so pound yen, euro yen. All right, same thing here. Euro yen, pound yen will run together. I know it's frustrating when you get in and you have to force to get out. Don't give up on these trades. Okay, so watch your trade size. You can always scale up, scale in. Euro yen on the daily time frame. Look at that, guys. Look at that. Okay. So if you're trading these in Forex Dominator, amazing trades there. Okay. So we always want to take a look at the big picture. This is weekly time frame. We have no sellers around on the weekly or buyers. Okay. All right. Swiss yen has a buy signal, a new buy signal in Monster Scalper there. Okay. That's reaccumulation. New buyers are coming in there. Okay. All right. Higher highs, higher lows. Breaking resistance here. Perfect buy signal by your system here. Monster Scalper. A buy signal came in right here. Weekly looks good. Daily looks good. Okay. So yen pairs. That's Aussie. Aussie yen give a new buy signal right here. Check it out. All right. Previous trades did fairly well. So that's the best. That's your trading forex yen pairs. All right, Aussie yen daily looks good. Lots of good buying. Just gotta jump in and jump out on that time frame. Here is the weekly here. No sellers around. Okay. So buy signal here by your system. Purpose support and resistance. It is overbought, so be careful. Right, you can scale in. Right, holding firm here. Higher highs, higher lows on the 240 there. Okay. Dollar pairs. We're trying to make a move. Dollar's coming back down. Nothing there. Okay. Monster yen. All right, so pound yen on the 60. Buy signal on the 60. Euro yen, buy signal here. Good trade going here, guys. Look at this. Perfect trading here. Lots of good buying on the weekly, daily. 240, 60, 30 buyers, guys. Good amount of buying here. So follow me. We're almost done. So accumulation, broke resistance here, buy signal here, markup phase, buyers, sold here, broke support, sellers. Bought here, sold here, waited, accumulation, new buy signal here, moving nicely up here. You could have shorted this too, but I wouldn't do that, because guess what? Buyers are in control, right? All that buying here. Okay, so you wait, and then new buy signal on a break of resistance right here. This is where we buy. Okay, so euro, yen, and then New Zealand yen, also a great trade going here. Bought here, sold here, waited, broke resistance, buy signal here, holding firm, let it run. Good buying on the weekly, daily, 240, 30, and the 60-minute time frame. Okay, Monster Metals. Let's see. We've got about 10 minutes. Oh, where's Monster Metals? Too many systems. Monster Metals. Let's go back. Where is Monster Metals? And we'll do a quick look at Stock Boss and Bullmaster. Take a look at Heat Seeker. Okay, Monster Metals. All right, gold. Here is gold on the weekly, on the 60-minute time frame. So Monster Metals traders, I know we call this buy signal on the 60-minute right here, on the break of resistance right here. Good trade going there, guys, with gold. So those of you who use your system, got on that trade, good job. This is on the 60-minute time frame. So Monster Metals, 60 minutes in gold. Great trade going there. No sign of sellers around, okay? And our overall trend in gold, weekly time frame. So again, even if you didn't trade, even if you didn't get the physical metal, we can still make money, guys, in gold and silver. Okay, this price action is good for silver here. It's showing 95. So I have no idea what's going on with that SLV. I'll reset it and see. All right, so silver, SLV is an ETF. All right, that SI is in the futures market. So 60-minute silver has a buy signal right here. Good buy signal here. Look at the previous trades on silver, guys. All right, look at this trade. Bought here, sold here, profit. I can actually go further back. Bought here, sold here, profit. 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 Buy signal here, in profit already. Just really good trades. Okay. When you have trends like this, you just wait on the smaller time frame and trade in the direction of that time frame. Okay. I wouldn't call this easy trading, but it is better than not having a big trend. So big trend, man, for silver and gold, just amazing. Okay, so 60-minute time frame buy signals. Platinum also, platinum has a buy signal here on the 60-minute time frame. All right, a decent trend here on the weekly. Okay, copper was breaking out. All right, but it's not anymore. Okay, it's just holding. Not as good as silver and gold. All that money, guys, all that capital is going into silver and gold, and in particular silver. Silver will probably break $100. Imagine that, right? During COVID, I remember silver was at $13, guys. Now it's at 95, $100. Okay, and it could go much higher. Okay. All right. No guarantees, but based on the price action, it's not slowing down. You take a look here on silver on the weekly time frame. Remember, we pay attention to these weekly time frames for changes in the market. And this move happened in silver in, when was it? June? Yeah. Right? June of last year. All this happened in June of last year. Started in June. So too late to get on the bigger time frames. So you could use the 60-minute. So any pullback, 60-minute 240. Even the 240 might not do it. All right, 60 minutes. Okay. Stock Boss and Bull Master, and then we'll be done. We do need buyers, guys, to come in this week. For the rest of the week, if this market is going to hold, it's in trouble. But it is one day of selling, okay? I mean, that's the one good thing. It is one day. That VIX is at 20. That's not good. These Max 7s are falling. That is not good. All right, so we need more than gold and silver to hold this market up. Let's see here. So Stock Boss dropped. We have 69 stocks in Stock Boss. That was over 100, I believe. Basic Material, that's slowing down a bit. Okay, so they're still buying, but it's come down. Energy, healthcare is slowing. So they're slowing. Tech that's nothing there. So still number one, basic materials, and I'll add healthcare to that. But what we said, 69. Yes, 69, not a lot. Bull Master was approaching almost 300. Let's take a look. We're running 22,000 stocks, 150 in Bull Master from what, almost 300. They're still buying basic materials. Okay, so that's good. All this here is basic materials. Again, that's gold, silver, metals. That's where they're going. That's the only thing they're buying right now. And we buy whatever they're buying. A good amount of healthcare. Uh, a good amount of tech, surprising here. Let's take a look at tech. All right, so no real moves, no real trends there. All right, if you guys, our stock boss traders and bullmaster traders, keep in mind, just because we get in these sell signals, don't just, if your system is still holding those trades, right? They're holding their buy signals, just continue to hold. Okay. In the past, we would just close everything, right? We would just close all the trades. We don't have to do that anymore, right? So each trade, just treat it, individually. If you've got a white candle now, if you've got a white candle that's neutral, that's like caution, you could trade. You could close the trade. Okay. Definitely a red candle. If you guys see a red candle, or a sell signal, your white arrows, you could close the trades. Okay, so white arrows, you could close the trade. Red candles, sell signal, white candles, you could close it with this amount of selling that's coming in. Okay, but green candles, definitely you could hold the trades. Okay, tomorrow will be important. So Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, if we see continued selling, right? Then we'll have to call a sell in equities for now. Okay, so hopefully we get a bounce, and we can hold near these resistance levels. Okay, but if that selling continues, I think we have sell signals in 2 out of the 4 indexes on the daily time frame, and we'll pay attention to the 60 and the 240, but the daily time frame. So if we get a sell, if we get red candle, so we have a red candle, which is a sell signal on the S&P on the daily, red candle sell signal on the NASDAQ on the daily. On the Dow, we have a white candle, so that's neutral. If we get a red candle, we'll call it, if we get a red candle, if we get a red candle on the NASDAQ, on the Dow, and we have 3 of the indexes, we might call a sell signal. Okay, we might call a sell signal in equities. We might not wait for the Russell. The Russell is doing its own thing right now. Okay, so we might not wait to get a sell signal on the IWM. So we could see where the rest of the market is selling off, and then only gold and silver, right, is holding, and that we still have to call a sell signal on equities overall. Okay, we would have 3 of the 4 indexes, and again, VIX is over 20. Well, it's at 20 right now. If the VIX jumps up higher, then that will bring more risk. Okay. All right, so let's hope we get some buyers. If not, no big deal. We'll just call a sell signal. Okay. We go wherever the market goes. Thanks for coming, guys. I wish I had better news with equities, but we'll see. We never know. Listen, like I said here, sellers came in, buyers came back in. Sellers came in here, red candle. Buyers came back in, red candle here. All right, we just want to make sure, keep an eye on things. Okay, take care. Have a good evening. Thanks for coming.